Hi friends, I'm back on the floor again. Happy Saturday. Hope you guys are having a great, productive, or not, weekend so far. So for today's video, I'm going to be going through some projects that I've just started, some projects that I'm in the middle of, and some projects that I've recently finished. And also, I had an idea about how to choose my next projects going forward, just to kind of help take some of the pressure off and to really help me try to get through and use a lot of this yarn that I've accumulated. So starting off, we'll start off with the low-hanging fruit, which is some projects that I have recently finished. The first being this blanket. All I really had to do was finish sewing seams of squares together. So over the course of the last week, I finished this blanket. I finished putting together the wall sign that I made for my niece. This here, I just covered some cardboard and some fabric, added a little string, and now it is complete and ready to give to her to hang on her wall. That also, I finished Kristee, my Kristee cardigan. I finished her, as well as in the previous video I mentioned a Goth granny shrug by Nessa's knots that I wanted to crochet. I actually started and finished that one too. So really excited that as I'm starting new things, I am focusing on completing them and not accumulating too many whips in between. And that being said, I have accumulated some whips in between. A couple of things that I'm in the middle of is this granny square cocoon, which is basically a shrug, but it's granny square and it's going to have a ribbed border around it. I'm making every effort to just use the yarn that I have and not buy anymore. And then another one, and I'm sorry if you hear this bag rustling, I don't know if this is going to be a cardigan or if I am going to turn it into a sweater, but I have to decide soon because this is the back panel. It's like a colorful stripe. This is the back panel. I'm starting to work up the sleeve. So once I get to the top of the sleeve, I need to make a decision if I'm going to make it a shirt or if I'm going to split for the front panels and make it a cardigan. Yeah, those two projects, I'm like 40 to 50% into them. Those I am in the middle of. Now the two projects that I have just started, I was kind of inspired, not really inspired by my Kristee cardigan, but that was the first time that I'd done any type of motif. And I was like, it's not that bad. I want to do another one. So I found this diamond cardigan pattern by BriannaKDesigns that I liked. I did purchase it. So I've currently started that. And that is all that I have done so far. So I've decided to do the ribbing in this yarn. I got it from, is it Hobby or Hobie? In like an assorted yarn lucky bag. So I only have this one skein of yarn. So I'm going to do the ribbing in that, and then the actual body of the cardigan I'm going to do in this turquoise or teal. And then another one that I pretty much just started. So in my last video when I was going through the bag of whips that I found, and I found this long strip of white ribbing that I had no idea what I'd made it for or what I was going to do with it. and I decided to make a black and white houndstooth cardigan. So here we are, so far out, but there she is. I think it's looking really cute so far. Those are the projects that I've currently recently finished, that I am in the middle of, and that I have just started. I'm going to try to keep things that I'm in the middle of at a minimum. I've purchased and accumulated a lot of yarn since I started crocheting. I also kind of sort of maybe became a pattern hoarder as well. I have a lot of paid patterns that I have yet to get through. In order to attempt these patterns that I've paid my hard-earned money for, I had an idea. And my idea kind of stemmed from watching some booktube videos. You know, at the beginning of the month, a lot of people do their TBR jar, picks my reads for the month. And I was like, hey, what if I do that and have a craft jar that picks my project for the month? And this will challenge me to actually create the patterns that I've purchased, as well as use the yarn that I have accumulated, because part of this will be that I have to pick from yarn that I already have. I am not allowed to buy any more yarn. Oh, I've kept this old mixed nut jar. I actually had a bunch of crochet hooks in it, but I think I'm going to use this, and I've already kind of started writing down the different patterns that I have purchased that I haven't done yet. So I already have a lot. I am going to add a few more to this, because I have 3 or 4 books of garments that technically I did pay for, because I purchased the book that has several different patterns in it. So I'm going to add those to this jar, and at the beginning of each month I am going to pick a project at random, select the yarn, and that will be my new project that I am starting for the month. There are a variety of things, so not just garments to choose from, but whatever it is, I have to pick from yarn that I already have and commit to completing that project. Depending on what it is will determine the length of time that it takes me to finish. But yeah, that's my genius idea, which I'm sure is not so genius, but it is what I'm doing, and I am excited about it. So again, I hope everyone is having the most wonderful weekend. I am going to go, I feel like doing some reading today. So I'm going to go read a book, enjoy the rest of my Saturday, and I hope you guys do the same.